I have a fantastic headache, but I think I mentioned this before. I think I reached a potential block, an acknowledgement of a block. You see, I'm a radio guy, so as much as I hate doing these videos, and as you can see my desk isn't clean or whatever, you're not watching this, you're only listening to this. Because fuck it, I'm a radio guy. I don't have to clean the Tim Hortons off my desk. I'm on to decaffeinated now. Do I slurp my coffee? I don't have to clean my desk. So for you guys that are listening, this is an unusual. You're usually listening to me interview somebody interesting or talented. So you're not getting any of that this time. Just going to run through a few bits, man. I'm kind of like, I suffer from that voice in your head that says, "Oh, you're not as good as those guys, and nobody really cares what you think, so don't put it down. Just just keep it all in. Nobody cares what you think, so shut your mouth." Well, probably got a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of prevented me from jumping and getting in and committing to doing this on the regular, and I think video is part of that, because if you can't see me, I'm a happy man. I'm not very well dressed, barely dressed. It's a beautiful day today, but I've been doing some work on the computer, so I thought, you know what? It's Friday night. All the kids are out, going to tear up the town, and I'm going to get down with some vids. I got on freespeech.tv yesterday with Gavin McInnes. It was so cool. I love being a caller. Anyone that knows me knows that I had a radio show on 1220 CHSC. We started as a real estate show. And then it morphed into the Jim Fannin show, and we had Stephen Harper and Jack Layton and Tony Clement and Frank DeYoung, leader of the Green Party at the time, on. Yeah, we had some great guests at the CHSC show. It was cool. Rob Hubbard sold me that show, my first show, $400 a week, and then I basically gave advertising away rather than trying to collect the money. But I did collect the money from a few peeps. Yeah, I could tell you who they were, but who cares? So we started on 1220. I was scared straight, and Annie Mac ran me through the process and got me comfortable being on air. And it was so cool. I loved it. Lust for Life was the bumper music coming in. Then, that was short-lived. Maybe I did that for a year, maybe. It'd be interesting to see how long I stayed at it. Every week, every Thursday morning, 11 o'clock, something like that, on 1220 CHSC, we had the Jim Fannin show back in the day. Don't even know what year it was. And then 610 CKTB, I got connected to and made aware of, because I wasn't a John Michaels listener. I wasn't that guy until politics. And so, what year? I don't know what year it would have been, but I got connected through a debate and then became a caller and realized that McConnell did a pretty decent show from 9 to 12, 9 to 11 at the time, I think it was. Now he's 9 to 1 and program director, I think, too, for 610 over there. Runs a good show. There was a good jungle that we used to have, reference to Romy. I grew up in the Romy's jungle. I loved it, and worked my way as caller of the year a couple times, and a pretty regular caller with attitude and humor and hopefully wisdom and knowledge. And I'm guilty of being a guy that would call the show and run my take. That's what talk radio is all about. I'm addicted to it. I love it. So, and then work my way on as a host, and I was filling in for the big guys when they were going on vacation, and I had my regular show on Sunday 12 to 4 on noon to 2, 12 to 4, Noon to 2, yeah. What was it? It was 1 to 2. It started out 1 to 2 when I gave you a show. I was following Andy Petrowski. He had the show called The Region. He was doing it with Peter Kormos before he died. So you had left and right, and they were talking politics. And I was just jacking around with Tom on the phone one day saying, hey, Andy Petrowski needs a guy on the left to combat his craziness. Who do I contact? And I said it to him on air, but then I realized when I got off air that I knew who to contact, so I contacted, and I got myself on a show. I interviewed with the program director and the GM, and the program director says, from what I know of Jim and from his history of calls, I think he'd work it out. I think he can carry a show. He doesn't need anyone. Give him his own show. Because that's what the GM suggested. He goes, well, just put him on after Andy. I'm like, well, okay. Forget it then, Andy. I don't need to co-host with you, you jackass. And then Andy, being as controversial as he always has been, they didn't renew his contract, is what they like to say. So they didn't re-pick him up. I started taking his hour, and I had 12 to 2 on Sundays. And then, I do a week here or a day here or a week here or 2 weeks here, and it was pretty cool. Filling in for KJ and Tommy and who else was there at the time. I did everything with Larry. I filled in for Larry as well. I did everything but the morning show. I didn't think that my act was, maybe an FM morning show, not an AM morning show. An AM morning show, you want to feel good. You want to hear the news. You want a soft, vanilla, no stress kind of thing, I think, in the morning. I don't want to hear no friggin' politics in the morning first thing. No, sir. I want a nice, talk about the weather, talk about the traffic, talk about local school, whatever. I don't know. So anyway, I've been an experienced caller. That doesn't mean that I'm very good, but I've had a lot of experience being a caller, and so that's a long way of coming around to the story of me calling Gavin McInnes' freespeech.tv live show yesterday. It was Thursday, August 1st. And I took a chance. I got a bunch of busy signals. I kept calling back, and I know that Ryan has a little bit of technical issues sometimes, the bugs in the system. And they're just starting out, these guys. It's a brand new platform, and so I got in. I went on hold, and usually I'm scared shitless. Like when I called the normal shows here, like when I call my local shows on terrestrial radio, before I pick up the phone, I can just think about making a call and get freaked out. Like, seriously. And you know how paranoid I am? It's like I actually have to get up and go check to see that it's still recording, because sometimes I'll do a whole bit and I come back, I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't hit record. Anyway, so I got on Gavin. Subscribe to Gavin. It's $10. Just try it once. I'm telling you, just get your credit card out. If you like humor, it doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal. This is an interesting current event show with a really humorous take. Canadian from Montreal, I think. Gavin McInnes, not McGinnis. MCINNES. Spell it right. Freedomofspeech.tv. Go check it out. Throw $10 down. Try it for a month. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this guy, especially the chemistry between Phone Slap, we'll call him. Another ode to Jim Rome there. Phone Monkey, I called him the other day. Thanks for the vine, Phone Monkey. All odes to the great Jim Rome in the jungle there. So, anyways, I worked it on. I got on. I wasn't great. I mean, I can play a call. It wasn't. I don't think I will. Maybe another show. Oh, it's on the YouTube channel. I can link it later, maybe. No, it was not a great performance. It's hard to be funny and witty and off the cuff and entertaining all, on a live show. It's it doesn't. I mean, it does come natural to me. But being on a fucking live show is not natural for most people. So you tend to forget things. You tend to stumble over your words. You tend to mix up your words and say things you don't mean. Your mind goes kind of dead. It's weird when you're on air, whether you're a host or a caller, I don't care. There's something that tricks the brain. Your memory is gone. I think it's maybe the nerves. Maybe it shuts down a certain part of your brain, or you don't have access to that part of your brain. But I called Jen Chapin the other day Sarah. I just couldn't. Jen Chapin. I'm like, oh, Cats in the Cradle. What's the guy's name? I could not come up with Harry Chapin / Jen Chapin. Get back to Sarah. Well, first I said Sarah McLachlan. So I had Sarah in my head, and I screwed that up. It's very strange when you're on live and you're rolling. And by the way, most of these, I'm putting these things up. I'm not editing. There's no hard jumps. What do they call them? Those creative edits. You don't have to worry about that in my videos. Oh, you're on the podcast. Perfect. Well, there is a link for this video. And one day, if I have a fan that actually wants to see me do this dressed very casually with a really messy desk, there's probably some incriminating evidence on my desk, depending on what you call incriminating. But yeah, we're just going to do the audio for you, and we're going to skim through some of my thoughts. So yeah, get on McInnes. Check him out. He is a scream. Love Gavin McInnes. And Ryan, his backup, his co-host, his producer. I don't know why I find it so funny when he rangs on. He gets so pissed off at him all the time, and he calls him he threatens to kill him. He's described the whole stabbing. I don't know. I love it. I think it's the best of how two guys get on each other and just ride each other to the finish line over and over and over. I love it. It's very entertaining. I find it hilarious. So check him out, and I'll post the link up for maybe down in the description. I can post the link to my little 15 seconds of fame. It's not really fame, but anyways, I pimped Niagara like crazy. He was trying to ask me if I was living near Sandbanks, and I don't know where the fuck Sandbanks is. It turns out it's up past Kingston or something. He says it's 4 hours from here. So he was going on and on and on about that, and I'm like, dude, I never heard, basically, you know what, never heard of the place. Can we talk about something else? Got some new chairs. They're about as loud as the old one. Actually, it's not too bad. My office moved and remodeled, and I got some old furniture. I got my old chair and a couple extra ones, office chairs. Good leather chairs with hard arms, adjustable up and down. The office chairs. So those of you that were complaining that when I didn't use these hard, stiff wooden chairs like that one over there where the guests would sit, because, well, they're going to need a hard one because lots of times they're playing guitar, right? But my chair, if I'm moving around, should be able to roll, get out of my chair, recline in my chair without it, fucking making all the racket. I'm rocking back and forth. If you really want to see the link to this, I'll put it up for someone that wants to see me roll around in my chair and my bald head. Otherwise, because what we're doing is it's just easier to do it with the iPhone with the iRig and both the mics, and then actually what I do is I upload it to YouTube, and then I convert it using one of these doofus online converters, and download it. And then import it into Audacity, touch it all up, bring the levels up, and make it all nice and, mono, because right now you're just hearing me out of one speaker unless I play something on the computer, like at line 2 over there. So I can't figure out how to get the original upload to YouTube to go up in mono. It's fucking bullshit. Now I'm overheating. I might have to go for a swim. So what do you want to hit on? You talked about McInnes. Oh, let's just go down the list of guys I'm watching. You don't want me to get into my why I like Trump rant yet, eh? That's a good rant, man. People are not going to like that. Oh, what am I doing? Here we go. Okay, McInnes. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so check out Gavin McInnes. He's a scream. I love the man. I've got a little bit more than a little bit of a man crush on him. I think he's special. And if I was gay, I'm not sure. Something like that kind of man might do it for me. I don't know. He hasn't got much of a body, I don't think, but he is just so sexy and so fucking cool and hilarious. Check him out. Comedian, Canadian, as I said. It's old school masculinity, high school antics and language, and love it, love it, love it, love it. He's been banned from all social media and all big tech platforms. He probably can't even order a pizza. He probably can't even skip the dishes. He's been labeled a racist and a homophobe and a Nazi and alt-right. And the Southern Poverty Law Center labeled him a hate figure. And so he's suing them now for defamation, and I hope he fucking wins a ton. And he's got past the first phase where they could have thrown it out. He's gone. And unless they settle it at court. But good luck with that. defendgavin.com, I think, if you want to give there. You can also donate at the freespeech.tv. I'm a huge fan, and you know what, obviously I'm not getting paid to say any of this, but and I don't care that it's not like I think you care what I'm listening to. I just want you to try it because it does a lot for me, and like laugh. So Crowder came back last night. Crowder is a really talented kid, man. I tweeted the other day. He's a comedian. He's an actor, and a damn good actor, I would say. He plays the roles. He does impressions. Crowder is another Canadian transplant, just like Gavin McInnes, man. We got some good old school talk coming from the great white north and being transplanted down in the States and continuing on a great tradition of humor. Stephen Crowder came back last night. Great show. He's an hour and a half. Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, you can catch him on YouTube free. And then he's got the same deal, $10 a month. And you can get daily content. He takes a few weeks off in the summer and a few weeks off at Christmas, and that's it. Daily content every week. And then you get first access to stuff like Change My Mind episodes, which I find to be pretty good sometimes. I gotta watch smacking my lips with these on the mic. So I just noticed that when I watch, sometimes. Well, I mean, when I'm editing stuff, I have to watch my stuff back. The lip smacking, it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. It has no functional purpose, does it? So check out Crowder. He's pretty good. I was enjoying him, especially when Sven Computer was there and Not Gay Jared was running the board. They had a really good chemistry. It's not the same now, but it's pretty good. And it's a very high production value. He is, he's a talented kid, man. And I would give him $10 for his crew and his cause every month if he didn't hate Canada and Canadians and Justin Trudeau. That's just not fair. Justin Trudeau is a feminist, Stephen. Have fucking respect for the Prime Minister, for the office, and for the man that holds it. He is a feminist, and he stands up for the marginalized. Stephen Crowder. Have some respect. Come correct, Stephen. Apologize for hating on Canada. I don't know why I'm smoking right now. It's ridiculous. Tim Pool, a force right now in politics and pop culture, pop culture. Yeah, I guess you could say that. A little bit of, if it's in the news, he's talking about it, and that's good. Tim Pool's a lefty, kind of like me, a disillusioned lefty, which is the best kind. But he calls it pretty objectively. It's pretty easy right now to make fun of the left and the Democrats and the raging left. Hypocrisy, the Squad, AOC. It's just so easy to make fun of the radical left because they're just not concerned with facts, and they bring all these false narratives and their feelings to bleed all over you and attack you. Antifa, it's just the ugliest. It's a blight on society. Did I use that word right? Tim Pool is a hell of a talent. Daily content. He puts out 15 to 25 minute videos, and then I think he stitches them together into a podcast, which is pretty brilliant. So he's got constant drops on YouTube all day. He might have 3 a day. He's got a couple different channels, probably a few different channels. He is the guy that's been on with Rogan and Jack from Twitter, and he was brilliant. The knowledge on this guy is just, it's deep and it's readily accessible. So he's a quick thinker. Rogan was a great episode talking about censorship. And it didn't get too many. So I find him to be objective, knowledgeable. He's dry, not a lot of humor there, but some good knowledge. And I think he's a force. He's articulate. He has a clear vision. I think he's got solid opinions. And we need more liberals to speak reasonably. And I consider him to be a left-leaning centrist or moderate, kind of like me. But now, with the attack on free speech, with the attack on biology and masculinity, I cannot stand with the left anymore. The left completely abandoned me by this social justice warrior stuff. It took me a while to come around and see it. Hey, I ran in almost 10 elections for a Green Party. I convinced some people to actually vote that way, and I just cannot get. We don't live in a rape culture. We don't oppress marginalized people. We don't oppress minorities or women. There's no gender pay gap. That's not. In fact, women make more than men now before 30. Hello, jeez. We live in the best time ever, and these lefties all want us to believe that it's racist, homophobic, and sexist. That the patriarchy rules, and that is such fucking bullshit. It's unbelievable. Check out Tim Pool. Throw him some money. He's got a high level of daily output and good retention of facts and social media history. He's bright. Now, Shapiro is dry as fuck. What was I going to say the other day? It's a bad analogy. He's as dry as rape. Jew, conservative, daily content again. He comes from he's declared conservative. He, again, is very reasonable in making fun of both sides. He calls Trump out all the time. He didn't vote for Trump. He calls out both sides appropriately, just like Tim Pool does. He is a little bit biased towards Israel. I'm not educated on the Middle East question. I know it's pretty complicated, but I don't know how you expect to keep a whole race of people in an outdoor jail, monitoring everything that goes in and out of that border, people and supplies and water. I don't know. I just don't know how you jail a whole race of people inside a territory and expect them to be anything less than hostile towards you. Now, I know it's religious. It goes back to the biblical, their Bibles, and I don't know, especially the Palestinians. They use you hear, they want to wipe them from the earth, and I get it. Yeah, I get how that's not a good way to make peace with people that want to wipe you out. But so, yeah, he is a little bit pro-Israel, obviously, as a practicing Jew. Rogan, the god of all media right now. If there was a king of all media and it was Howard Stern, Howard Stern's turned to a soft flake, man. Holy fuck, just retire. I used to be such a fan, but he's just softened up so much, and now he's on an apology tour for all the shit he did before. Unbelievable. Rogan, he is the god of all media. Good knowledge, great humor. His stand-up is nails. And the highest level of guests, man. If somebody's a high-level guest, he is getting them right about now. And he's the king of the new medium, man. 4 billion downloads a month, I guess so. He's raking it in the dough. Catch me on Twitter at Jim Fannin. I did tweet this all out the other day about who to watch and who to give your money to. I would slap Bert Kreischer down as a solid at the end there. Bert Kreischer is like the sweetest fucking human being. Again, if I was gay, I would be into a guy like Bert Kreischer. He is on the chubby side, funny as fuck, and just sweet and just genuine. He is a treat. I love Bert. He's honest. He's emotional. He's sensitive. And he's funny. He is just hilarious. I love Bert Kreischer. I would slap him down at the end there. I don't watch him on the regular, especially on a daily basis. These other guys I'm catching daily. I'm catching McInnes. He's just getting his schedule. I'm just getting down to his schedule, I guess, because yesterday was the first time I actually knew that he was coming up at 2 o'clock on Thursday and got a chance to. I actually thought it was Tuesday. How did that work out? I don't know, but I do have a clip of it. I thought it was kind of weak, but I got on and I got to talk to my guy, and I want to go work for that guy, Gavin McInnes. If you're listening, you're not listening. If you know Gavin McInnes or Ryan, I always want to call him Jamie because fucking phone monkey or phone slap or the call screener or the producer or whatever. I always want to call them Jamie because Rogan, right? When MJ comes here, he's my Jamie when he's producing, Matthew James Blake. And he'll be coming back on the show soon. Look for my interview with Anthony Sweet. Wow. Man, what a fucking decent human being that boy is. I just love that man so much, and he's so talented. I got some clips that I put up on YouTube, just the songs I put up where he talks a little bit about the song and then plays it. That's great. I am chasing. Who am I chasing? Who said they wanted to? They were gonna play. Oh, Oscar, Drifter. You're on the watch, man. You're on the clock. Oscar Anderson Short. I also put a couple clips up. He opened up for Aaron Berger and the Blue Stars, Nathaniel Gould, Joe Lipinski. They all played live. Jay Foreign filled in on bass. Matthew James Blake on drums. We had Danielle. Oh, I can't think of it. It's right here. What the fuck? Mark Antoni, I think it is. Oh, I can't even read, man. My eyes are getting like shitty. Getting old, man. I got my glasses on and I can't read this fine print. I gotta put some light on it. There we go. Nathaniel Gould. John Albers usually plays bass, but Jay Foreign filled in for him. Lipinski's there. Danielle Marconi, that's it. Laurel Minnis, awesome. Dr. P on organ. Oscar Anderson Short, yeah. Catch his clip of Oiled Up on my YouTube channel where he breaks out the mouth trumpet in the second verse. You get your voice in there a little bit too, maybe. I don't know. I haven't practiced it much, but I do know Sanford and Son because anytime I drive by a house, anytime I open the garage, I go. And Drifter broke that out and oiled up, and I wasn't expecting it. I've never seen him do it before. So yeah, Oscar Anderson Short I hope to have on the show soon. Also, I can't jinx this anymore, but John Kay, I think he's an interesting dude. Journalist, writer, editor of Quillette. He used to be with he's been with everyone. I think he's still might write a column for National Post on the regular. Jonathan Kay is a decent guest, a great knowledge, and a pretty solid interview. He's knowledgeable. He's not afraid to pull the punch. And lots of people hate him. So, Jonathan, you're on the clock too, my brother. I know you're not listening, but maybe you know him. Anyways, the communication's there. He's agreed to come back in. It's summer, and same with Deborah So. She's agreed to come on. I'm looking forward to that. I love her face. And she's a sex neurologist or researcher or doctor. She's a sex doctor. She's got a doctorate in sex. Sexual studies, really, for sure. And in today's day and age, with the radical left telling us that all these things, that a 3-year-old is old enough to decide what gender he wants to be, if he wants to change his part. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Puberty-blocking drugs should be saved for someone with a very, very unstable mental capacity, and nothing other than that. Never. Don't block your puberty. Are you fucking kidding me? How about you go through puberty first, then when you're old enough to figure yourself out, then you can decide if you want a sex change, you fucking ingrades, you liberal retards. Fuck, you make me sick. We're talking about transitioning children who haven't even got their pubes yet, haven't even developed their sexuality, converting them to the other sex. You're fucking monsters, you people. Makes me fucking sick. How'd I get down that road? Deborah So, that's why. I love Deborah So. She's agreed to come on. Also, past interviews, we had Cece Bucko in. She was a great interview, I think. Host might have sucked, but she was great. I try to stay out of the way a little bit. Zuby, at Zuby Music on Twitter, he's exploding. Talked to him a few weeks ago. Good conversation. Love Zuby. Just check him out at Zuby Music and check out the YouTube video of my conversation with him. What else have we gotten on lately? Just on the tip of my... What did we say, the tip of my tongue? It's not the tip of my tongue. It's at the edge of my brain, and then it fucking went out of bounds. What do we do? I don't know. We got some good videos up there. Anthony Sweet was in. Josh Mills was in. Matthew James Blake is always in. Well, let me just tell you right now, since it just happened to be here. So Aaron Berger videos. Aaron Berger in the video, in the Blue Stars is up. The live performance. Oh, here's the Jim Shannon. Get off my lawn. Let's see if you can hear this. Let's try this. Jim Shannon on the Gavin McInnes show on Get Off My Lawn podcast.
Now we got Jim Shannon.
Just click on it. We don't need a little resume.
It's Jim Shannon. Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you, Guy. What's going on? Are you Canadian?
All right, awesome. Yeah, it's Fannin, by the way. But that's cool. I am Canadian, calling from St. Catharines, south side of Lake Ontario, across the lake from Toronto, near Niagara Falls.
Are you guys near Sandbanks?
Sorry, go again?
Are you near Sandbanks at all?
No, near Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Across from Toronto on the lake, anyway.
So far from Sandbanks.
For that kid, man.
So you're real far from Sandbanks?
What's with Sandbanks?
Dude, Sandbags. I never heard of it. What is it?
It's a huge beach in Ontario, southern Ontario.
We got Shirkston, we got Long Beach, Crystal Beach, we got Morgan's Point, we got all kinds of lakeside
All right,
parks right down the street.
I'm gonna Google this.
Sunset Beach. No, I've never heard of Sandbanks, man.
Okay,
I don't
get
know
to your
if you're
question.
thinking about the same location. Anyway, I want to comment first before the question, but would you get some equipment for that kid, you cheap bastard? I mean, complaining about ink, you are your father's son, man. Like, come on.
What
But Ryan,
equipment?
Come on. Don't shit in the studio. Regulate yourself, jackass. And anyway, I think you're one of the most important media personalities. You're the first guy to get my money. I've never paid for content. I'm a new guy here. And that's what I appreciate about you. But if you need a video switcher or a Joe Boy to take the load off Ryan and port my ass. Anyways, I do have a question. If you self-censor, how?
Me personally?
Yeah, are you self-censoring now at all? And if so, how?
I very, very tiny bit, like just stuff that I don't want to ostracize people if there's someone in the room. Like, say a porn on the Gavin McInnes show, I'd have a porn star on the show, and she could be naked or something like that. I'm dialing that back a bit because I don't want people to have to worry about the kids walking by the living room. And I try to take it easy on the swearing, but no, there's no self-censoring on this show. This is free speech. You can say anything. And I just looked up Sandbanks. Dude, it's like 4 hours from you. I'm sorry. You're near Buffalo, and it's near Kingston.
Yeah, I'm right near Niagara Falls, and you're right. The Niagara Falls and Buffalo border is not far along. And then we get back in the day, we used to get the big influence of the TV stations from over there because we're close, right? You can get them better than you can get Toronto stations. So, yeah, I'm right on the border. But I love your work, brother. I'm proud of you both. Ryan is a fuck up, but buy him some fucking computers, man.
What do you mean buy him some computers? We have a TriCaster here. We have a $25,000 TriCaster. What equipment are we missing?
I want computers.
I don't know. I don't know what you're missing. TriCast is a good start, but if you're lagging, it's because you don't have enough RAM or something. I don't know. I'm
Thank
no
you,
computer
sir.
guy. I love you. I am out.
Later.
Peace.
I need new computers.
New computers. You sound like an
couple.
immigrant. An immigrant going, I need to have new shoes.
I want computer.
Like when you see those refugees complaining at the German refugee camps, and they're like, we don't have enough shoes. There's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi not working. The food's disgusting. You're a refugee. I thought you were coming from a war-torn country.
Great accents. Gavin McInnes. Just check him out. I thought that was a buzz. It was a hoot. Kind of made me smile. I got off the phone, and Matthew James Blake called me. Or no, did I call him? I probably called him. No, he called me, I think. Or he was texting me. Anyways, we talked. I got the brag. It's cool. Check out Gavin McInnes. You're going to love this fucking guy. He's not all that they're making him out to be. That's for sure. He's a guy I wouldn't want to mess with. Oh, Elizabeth Sharma. This is awesome. Elizabeth Sharma is coming on the show. We've been working on this for a while. Anyway, I'll just click on her name. Maybe I was looking for. Registered nurse, diabetes educator, critical care nursing. So she's a nurse. Psychologist? No. Let me see. I'll find her on Twitter instead. Elizabeth Sharma. At Packer Elizabeth. Elizabeth, the Packers fucking suck. Okay? They always have. They always. They got the wrong color green on their jerseys. Psychotherapist. What's that? Let's Google it. Is that a person that talks to you? Yeah, it's a psychotherapist. Yeah, behavioral problems. Well, is my counselor a psychotherapist? I don't know. call him a therapist, yeah, so. I wonder what I guess therapist, psychologist. So, what's the difference between, that's why psychologist is the one I'm more familiar with, I think. I don't know what a psychotherapist is. It must be someone that works it out in practice. Maybe with the sick. Anyways, we're going to talk to Elizabeth Sharma about that soon. I think in the next 7 days, we might get one out with her. Follow her on Twitter at Packer Elizabeth. So yeah, she tweeted out today. Oh, she's going to be on the Jim Shannon. Now I'm saying Jim Shannon show in the next couple weeks. Discuss narcissistic personality disorder as well as other specifically related to mental health. So yeah, she Facebooked that and tweeted it out. Check her out. Add her up as a friend. I've met her before. She's bright and intuitive and what's aware? Yes, very aware. Smart woman. So I'm looking forward to her. We're going to get deep. We're going to get deep on the big five. We're going to get deep on mental illness. We're going to get deep on dependencies, addictions. What else? This is all just for me. Okay. On NPD, we're going deep on fucking NPD for sure. Because I didn't know how to recognize NPD. NDP for a long time, and now I do. Thank you, Donald Trump. Another reason I like Donald Trump, he got me to learn everything about narcissistic personality disorder. Wow. And when you know about it, you can, and you don't know that the people in your life that give you the biggest fucking problems actually have a mental illness. You cannot, you just cannot deal with these fucking people. And I got so many fucking questions. So, check out Elizabeth Sharma, bitches. Yeah, so what else? I was talking about the YouTube channel. I think I was going down. Oh, yeah, and then that came up. There's my channel. Okay, so Zuby, we talked about him. I got some Katie Gala live at TAPS coming up. It's not out yet. Katie Gala's just a brilliant talent. I got some Paige Kopp live at TAPS coming up. It's not public yet, but it will be. And surprisingly, just from my tripod and my shitty fucking iPhone 6 Plus, I think I used. Smoking and podcasting do not mix. It's fucking bullshit. I got a feeling I'm on my last days of smoking, man. I have to quit this fucking dirty, filthy fucking drug. But I'm an addict. Yeah, we talked about Oscar Anderson short doing the mouth trumpet. That's up there. Okay, I'll play it for you. Since it's the audio podcast. You didn't ask. You didn't have to. I'm that fucking generous. Bitches. This is just a small clip. Audience review. Drifter, Oscar Anderson short. Here it comes. I think you can hear me laughing in the background because I'm closest to the phone probably. That was just on my phone. I don't know. I think it's the back of the room. I bought the whole gear down and brought my mics and everything, but I didn't place them close enough to the. You gotta get them closer to the sound, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So I got a iRig and a couple mics, and I just go with it, and a couple tripods and a couple phones. And one phone broadcasts and just records from the phone, and the other one's hooked up to the mics. And I'm trying to get better sound, Trying to figure out maybe I should go from the board or whatever, but I got to get out more. I got to get more connected. Jay Beatty, I'm coming for you, man. For the summer, I'm going to shadow you on the board all over the festivals. I'll help you set up and tear down and blah, blah, blah. You want it? You want it? Jay Beatty's my boy. Let's get this mic back up here so I don't have to be crouching down because I was leaning back and I was thinking I was just going to take this cool and not be up on my computer, but so I lowered the mic and that was unnecessary. Okay, so what else we got on the channel? Oops, close that one. Oh yeah, I'm in video editor. So what else we got? Cece Bucko, she's the host of Girl Talk. She was great. Came in from across the pond in the UK in some undisclosed location. And that was an accent of nothing. So there's a bunch of clips up there on the Big Five, who she is, who she likes, what she likes in a man, on current day feminism. Oh, walk in Port Dalhousie, that was fun. The floods in Port Dalhousie. The commission coach needs to do some more stuff too. Okay, next page. Let's see what else we got on the YouTube channel. Zuby on the transgender deadlift was pretty good. Zuby is a good interview, a nice man, and he's blowing up on Twitter. Christian, doesn't smoke, no
Speaking
tattoos.
of which,
He raps.
tell me about the deadlift, man. Where did that come from, and how was that motivated, and how has that changed your life, if any?
It's certainly changed my life, man.
Yeah?
It's brought me to the awareness of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, more people.
First of all, just for
so-
people that don't know what happened, tell us what you
Okay,
did.
so on I think it was the 26th of February, I tweeted a short video of me doing a 230 kg deadlift in the gym, which is well below my maximum, I want to add. 15 kilos above the British women's deadlift record in my weight class. So I posted this tweet, and I said in the tweet that I keep hearing about how biological men don't have any strength advantage over women in 2019, so watch me destroy the British women's deadlift record without trying. And then I wrote, P.S. I identified as a woman while lifting the weight, so don't be a bigot. And it went super viral. The video's now got well over 1.5 million views.
That was Zuby. 1.5 million views from doing a deadlift and saying he identified as a woman while he was doing it. And that's the state of today. You've become a Twitter star pretty much overnight. I'm not becoming a Twitter star at Jim Fannin on Twitter overnight. I have been attracting a wider audience recently, which is cool. I've been working on it. Yeah, obviously, it's kind of like I'm obsessed with it a little bit. The social media, not Facebook so much, but the social media, the game of social media, the followers and the interactions and the views, and it's tough, man, because a little guy like me has never had much success. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting myself while we speak for use. Because I am on camera, I felt like I had to cop to it because you guys aren't going to see this though. I can't get around not thinking that people are going to see this because it will be there, and one day I'll probably make it public. What were we talking about? Who cares? See, brain fart. That's what happens. You should be able to just rewind the tape and look at what the fuck and what you were talking about. It'll come back to me. Zuby. Add Zuby Music. Go follow him. He's a good buzz. Oh, with Twitter, yeah. So, yeah, recently, I think I looked at my analytics. I don't look at my analytics on YouTube and Twitter very often. But I think I'm up 1,000. I'm up like 1,200 followers over the last couple months. So that's weird. And I follow back, so strangely my feed has become very different. And if you look at my followers, I guess you can understand why. at Jim Fannin. So if you're out on the Twitter verse and you like an angry political, topical angle, it's angry. It's usually educated, as far as my limited education goes. But man, we live in some strange times, and I know everyone has always said that at any time that they've ever lived. But some weird shit going on, and number one, don't fucking tell me I can't say stuff. Don't tell me that it's hate speech. It ain't. Unless it's inciting violence, it ain't a crime, then it's not hate speech. So shut the fuck. There's no hate crimes. There's only crime. Every crime's a hate crime. Ridiculous. So go check me out on Twitter. You know what? I'm about done with this. So let's just see how that went, and we can piece some more together later. At Jim Fannin on Twitter. At the Jim Fannin Show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and at youtube.com/Jim Fannin. Get there. FANNON, as if you don't know, because you're already looking at the name, right? So I don't need to tell you to share, like, review, subscribe, hit the notification bell, send me money. What the fuck? Seriously. I'm out. Peace. Isn't this great? This is so much more comfortable. Not having to worry about cleaning all my shit up. And not that I'm worried about that stuff, but it's pretty clean. But just, we're not talking to the right fucking part of the mic. Oh no. Here we go. Yeah, just go on podcast. Fuck the video. You guys don't need to see the video. So I'll upload the video. I'll scoop the audio off it. I'll convert it with a cheap fucking online converter. Download it. Audio fucking touch it up, and then upload it to iTunes, and you guys can listen to me ramble non-stop, endlessly. I've got the hang of this. Oh, I'm already uploading the other clip. I guess I'm not waiting to stitch them together. Oh no, I can still stitch them together. I'll upload this clip with this clip, and then just stitch them together. Don't be stupid. Okay, so yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jim Fannin. Subscribe to the podcast. I just had a comment. Chris, thank you. That is so cool, man. I just had a Facebook invite. Looks from like a guy that's local. Chris Hinchcliffe. Thank you, Chris. Let's check him out. Oh, he went to Thorold Secondary School. He's listening to Gavin McInnes right now. I think I might have seen this guy before. He's listening to the podcast. He just sent me a Facebook message. Hey, did you call Gavin's show? What did he say? Did you call into the Gavin McInnes show? I go, I did. Kind of sucked, but this is just watching the episode now. It wasn't bad, lol. Better computers, lol. Good shout out for St. Catharines. Yeah, I'm a huge honk, man. Always St. Catharines. Always, always, always St. Catharines, man. I know the default is Niagara. I'm calling from Niagara. No, I'm calling from St. Catharines. I'm calling from the north end, Port Dalhousie to be, well, some would say it's not Port Dalhousie. What do you call the end of Lake Street pretty much at the lake? I think that's Port Dalhousie, no? Especially if you're on the west side of Lake Street, north of Lake Shore, almost at the lake. Like we're right above. So, I work downtown. Yeah, thanks, Chris. That's cool. Maybe gain a follower to the show, the podcast. Next time I get on Gavin McInnes' show, I'm coming with the invite to my show. I want him here, well, on the phone, whatever, video. Bro, I already offered myself up to you as an import. You can bring me down there on a visa or something, and I'll sneak it. I can get across the border, no problem. I can go down for an extended vacation, be your Joe boy, run the video switcher. I can do that. I'm good at video switching. I can do 5, 6 cameras live at a rock concert. So that is pretty basic, I know that, but that's my talent level. So I think I can run your JVC video board or whatever you got going there, the switcher. You only got like 3 cameras, you know. Actually, I'd be pretty good at it because I get Jamie wouldn't have to figure it out. Ryan is his name, but I call him Jamie because everyone's Jamie. The producer's always Jamie. Ode to Rogan, the god of the new media. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So you guys get to hear it in the open. I'm switching cameras, and I got a fantastic headache still. This decaf's not fucking doing it for me, and I'm coming into ketosis. What a fucking nightmare. If I start with the night sweats and the cramping of the muscles, man, I'm gonna be some pissed off if I get that keto flu again. Fuck that noise. I'm taking my fucking what are these things? Gastrolytes. Making sure I got my electrolytes. I'm pounding water like crazy. I'm fucking doing hot yoga every day for an hour. It's fucking torture. Today I almost got through a class. I almost did every move. I almost got through a class today. Usually halfway through the class, 102 degrees. I'm down on my mat, man. I'm gasping for air. I've already nailed the eagle and the tree, and I've not nailed them. I do them the best I can, but I'm good at some of them, man. The eagle is a fucking beautiful pose, man. Powerful, and it takes a lot in your thighs. Like your legs are crossed and you're seated down, and then your arms are fucking like if you can bring your elbow under your forearm up and around like backwards and twisted. It's wicked. Love the eagle pose. I'll show it to you. You guys here, I'll do it for you. Yeah. Like that is how the arms are, right? And I can do it with my legs, but only in certain positions. So I know you're not looking, you're only listening, so fuck you. Pay me and I'll show you the video. Yeah. My 14 views. People are just going to pay me to see my video of me doing my arm twist for the eagle pose. And see, this is the good part about audio. You just go on and on and on. So yeah, I offered myself up. I want Gavin on the show, man. And Jamie was very Ryan Katsu Riviera. I always want to call him Ryan. Jamie. Ryan Katsu Rivera. Yeah, Ryan Katsu Rivera. I don't know why. I don't say it very often. He's phone slap. He's fucking phone monkey. He's producer. He's he runs the show actually. I always say on these talk shows, it's the producer show. The host just gets out there and tries to make a go of it, but it's a producer show, man. The camera angles are key, and I say more Ryan, more shots of Ryan. He's it's a good chemistry, man. I got a lot of time for those guys, so I'm offering myself up to you. I got no ties here. I can do my podcast from anywhere, but I'd like to help those guys out because I think they're in the fight for their lives in a certain way. There are guys actually, with 60 years jail sitting in front of them for, I don't know, defending themselves. Proud Boys. What a joke. What a fucking joke. Anyways, Gavin, I'd love to have you, man. I'd love you. I'd love to have you. I'd even love to pick Ryan up. But Gavin would be great. I have so many questions for him as far as conversations that we need to have, where he thinks this goes. And, we're living in some weird times. So Gavin, I love you. was a whole episode on Gavin McInnes. Oh, I just got this message from Chris. I was going to say Tony Hinchcliffe. So that's cool. Thank you, Chris. And basically that's it. I'm out, I think. My head hurts. It's beautiful out. It's 7 o'clock. And maybe I'll go for a walk. Get off my lawn. All right? When I say peace, I mean peace. Like, I mean peace, like in your heart, in your life, in your mind, in your body. Peace. I say peace deliberately, and a lot of people always do. I say it all the time. Peace. But when I say peace, I want you to know that I'm wishing you peace. So, peace.